First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First and 10. Marsh. And right away, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And incomplete to open things up.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's third and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw on second down. Marsh swings it out to the flat for Freeman. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd and 2, Marsh, and that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play fake, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now Collins looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's got room. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. Marsh. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now a fumble. looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Cousins now from the 50. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
From the gun, Marsh. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw. Marsh. They still can't get him. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
Operating from the gun. Marsh. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A minute 59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath for Collins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he's into the clear. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Listen to me.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cousins. This is complete to Hawkins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Cousins on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. To throw from his end zone. Marsh. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Flex round! Flex round! Check three! Check three! Check three! Gotta do better. Ohio! Ohio! Buzz! Be ready! Be ready! Hut! Hut!
Looking to throw on second down. Marsh. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Cousins now on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Grover Quinn. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw on second down. Marsh, throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Ohio, Ohio. Hut, hut.
On first down, Marsh. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round. Hut.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Call it a gain of 5. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. Hut, hut.
From the gun, Marsh. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check it back, check it back. Flex round, flex round. 3, check 3. Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round.
Looking to throw on second down. Marsh. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Lions are in for 6. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, receiver. 2. Where's your hot?
2nd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for a loss on the play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On 3rd down, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing, out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Hut! Hut!
Throwing on 1st down. Marsh swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Hut!
To throw on 2nd down. Marsh throwing the out route incomplete. That's Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A handoff. Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back to throw. Marsh. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Looking to throw. Marsh. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And that's caught at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On second down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round!
Off play action. Marsh. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They shakes, but he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. William Hayes in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now.
It's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines.
3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use him here as the kneel down comes. The chance of wasting this great starting field. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home